Hello there. I am impatient, but hey, everyone's impatient. About 2.5 years ago, I decided to start growing out my hair. I love it, and I know that a lot of people are trying to grow out their hair as well. And when you start out, you go down a rabbit hole to try and find the best way to make it grow faster. Why? Because we're impatient. We want a quick fix, a cheat code. We want results now. I remember that I did research trying to find some quick hacks, and I thought that it would be fun to take a look at some of the tips that I remember and maybe debunk a few. The first tip was haircuts. You were supposed to cut your hair every 2 months to prevent split ends. Mind you, this tip was always given by guys with short hair, so I do question their experience. I know girls that get a haircut once every 6 months, maybe even 9 months. If you get split ends after 2 months, either you damage your hair by rubbing it against bricks, or your barber's scissors aren't sharp enough. Don't get haircuts in between. Well, only in the back at first, but that's to prevent you from growing a mullet. You want all your hair to get a somewhat even length at the bottom, and top hairs have to catch up. Now let's look at eggs. Just stare at them for a few seconds. Okay, good. People say that eggs are good for your hair. Biotin or vitamin B7 is an example of a nutrient that is prescribed for healthy hair, skin and nails, and even is prescribed to aid against hair loss in certain cases. The thing, however, is that the recommended minimal consumption of biotin is about 30 micrograms per day. Some people supplement 20 times that amount per day. If you have a healthy diet, you should not need to eat eggs for biotin. Milk, grains and nuts contain biotin as well. I could not find anything about sulfur intake through either PubMed or Google Scholar regarding the benefits of sulfur in the eggs. I did look at some other sites, but most of them were less informative than a BuzzFeed quiz that tells you what kind of alcoholic drink you are based off of horror films. So for the time being, you do not have to lick an active geyser for sulfur. Some of these sites suggested that you can rub raw eggs into your hair, which is supposed to help as well. This does not work. Your hair and skin cannot absorb nutrients. You are not a frog. The third thing that is supposed to help is scalp massages. While scalp massages for 4 minutes per day every day do increase your hair thickness, I could not find a source that I would trust with my life regarding hair growth. But this article says that it works. But you do have to wonder, is it worth it? Are you really going to massage your scalp for, let's say, 17 months, just so you can save a few weeks of growing? And this is just a rough guess. Nobody gave any numbers about how much time you may or may not save. But is it really worth your daily time to save that little amount of time in the long run? Finally, you could take medicine that may work, but don't mess with your hormones just because you're impatient. This ain't bodybuilding. Your hair will grow regardless of whether you give it attention or not. TLDR, stop cutting your hair. If you get split ends quickly, then get a new barber. Eat healthy, don't rub food in your hair. Scalp massages may help, they feel nice, but after a few weeks you may just stop doing them. Also, don't give up. Make photos every month so that you can look back. I didn't. All I have photos of are me with short hair and me with long hair, nothing in between. Anyway, that's it. I hope you learned something, or at least enjoyed yourself.